let's talk about the Typewriter, which is a very popular and very decent weapon. Now, these are some of the best perks possible, so you can copy them down if you'd like. The damage on the Typewriter is pretty great, not like Style Inspector level, but still great nonetheless. Now, one thing I noticed while using this thing is the slightly below average fire rate on this thing. Now, I typically use things like the Bobcat and like the Hemlock, which have like, for example, the Hemlock has a 10 fire rate, while this Typewriter has a fire rate of 8 shots per second, which is pretty hard to not realize. But don't worry, that doesn't affect like the damage too much, because it makes up for it in its like base damage, so it's still a really good weapon. Another thing I noticed is it's pretty good magazine size for a SMG. Now, there's a magazine size perk in there, but even without that thing, this thing has like, I think 50 shots. Now for comparison, we can turn again to the Hemlock, which I also put a magazine size perk on, and as you can see, the Typewriter has 87 shots in it, while the Hemlock only has 61. Now this is pretty great, honestly. We can take another example, the Typewriter against the Style Inspector. The Typewriter is still at 87, while the Style Inspector is at 52, so you can see how like above average the magazine size on this thing is. For some reason, the Typewriter is listed in the base set in the collection book, but you can't research it. Now, typically, base set weapons are able to be researched and like collected by paying 100 legendary flux and a couple hundred weapon designs, but even though the Typewriter is in there, it's not among those kinds of weapons. You have to pay a weapon research voucher, which is pretty strange. But don't worry, it's not a weapon you really want to jump right at for, like if you're starting out. There's lots of better weapons, better researchable weapons actually, that you might want to look out for instead. For example, the Style Inspector is researchable, one of the best weapons in the game. So yeah, the Typewriter is a good weapon. I say A or B tier. The magazine size is great. The damage is pretty awesome. It can't be researched, but it's still worth buying, I guess. So yeah, remember, these are some of the best perks. You can copy those down for your own Typewriter schematic. I'll see you in the next video.